how to build charisma as fast as possible, and I'm going to give you some tips in this video on how you can easily build your charisma literally starting today or even tomorrow or the next social event that you go out to. If you struggle with talking to people and like desire to make friends, go talk to that girl with ease, with ease, without having your mind chat shit to you. Basically just finish the video all the way through. It's very crucial that you watch the entire video because I go deep into detail on how you can build charisma and build your confidence with it. Okay, so the first rule when it comes to charisma, or like the most simple way to increase your charisma, is simply literally just being as comfortable as possible. Okay, your number one goal for the next week is to try and make yourself as comfortable as possible. Why is this important? Well, we really can't be charismatic if we feel like shit, right? If we feel sick, we're not gonna have the energy or the zest to go talk to those people, right? We're not gonna actually desire to go talk to those people and like make a sale or anything like that, right? Because back then when I used to sell some candy, the best number one tip that I did to build my charisma was be as comfortable as possible. I was relaxed. I was like comfortable in my own skin. And by doing that, I was able to build confidence. I wasn't really in my head, right? Have you ever fell asleep in the car and like when you fell asleep in your car, like your neck is like tight for the rest of the day? What all can you think about? The tightness in your neck, right? So when we don't feel comfortable or like we feel like really or like we have like the sun in our eyes or anything like that, it's really hard to focus on the other person and be present with them, which is a characteristic of being charismatic, is like being present fully in the moment with this other person so you can understand them, understand their desire, their needs, and then you become their solution. And then that's what gives you value. It makes them feel like somebody, right? You can't really do that if you're in your head yourself, if you're insecure and like don't feel comfortable. So the best thing you could possibly do to build your charisma so you can have like, I'm talking about like your creativity flows crazy and like your confidence, like I don't know, it literally goes like I literally hit flow state every time like I'm talking to somebody and I go deep into conversation, or like I'm just like with somebody and I like give them a compliment because I genuinely like something. Like you're really authentic and people love be authentic leadership, right? They love telling like they don't want like the AI stuff, like the robot shit. Now they want the authentic people, someone they can relate to, right? Someone that can see them and understand them, because everybody wants to be a somebody, and if you can make them feel like a somebody, you can have immense power over them. Like you have mass influence over them because you can make them do what, like, obviously make them feel good, right? You make them feel good and then they're going to want to make you feel good in return. So the number one thing to help you be more talkative and be more out of your head is to relax, right? The more I relax and get comfortable where I am right now, the more out of my head I am and the better decisions I make. Because again, if you feel like shit, you're gonna like be in your head. You're gonna have that cloud bubble. I bet you haven't noticed this before, but we do have a lot of tension in our body. That's why I'm like, relax maxing is very important. If you relax max, you can like actually feel what it feels like to feel your body. We're actually supposed to feel our nose every time we breathe in, right? We're supposed to feel the air go in. It's supposed to feel good, but all of us are like really tight in our face, in our jaw, in our necks, in our back, like our entire body. Imagine years worth of trauma built up from society. Like literally society kind of like fucked us up. Like it's setting us up for failure because everybody's just projecting their insecurities onto us. Like it's crazy. Like our parents project their insecurities onto us like subconsciously, right? Like people who complain are literally projecting their insecurities onto us, or like judging people, right? Is because they don't trust themselves, or like they don't feel good about themselves, so they have to say something, and then we take it personally because like our egos, that's all we know. We think like if something bad happens to us, it's like our ego, like we're the victim, but in reality that's not really what happens. You can be the observer instead of like the reactor, and someone who's very charismatic is the observer, not the reactor. The second thing you can do is literally give something for free. To build your charisma, one thing that I did, I literally gave out candy for free because I used to make really a lot of candy sales and stuff like that. Now I'm giving more like money. Hashtag if you see me in person and you want some money, literally just I'm gonna have a code word for y'all. It's gonna be Spidey. Okay, Spidey is the code word. If you want some money, say just be like Spidey or some shit. Okay, that I might change it in the future, maybe, but that's what it is right now. So the next time you see me in public and you want some money, maybe like $3, $5, or anything like that, just say Spidey or anything like say what's up. We take a picture, say Spidey, and I'll help you. Okay, I'll give you some money. I don't really care. I do have cash. I literally cashed out the other day just for this, just so I can give out money because like generally I don't know. In the future is gonna be way more money because like obviously like right now I'm not making a lot of money, but in the future I know it's coming. The money's coming, so I'm not really stressing about it, and y'all can reap the benefits of just literally just watching my videos and just like if you catch me in public by chance, I'll give you some money. It's not that hard. But basically is giving without expecting anything back. What this does is it creates a positive feedback loop. Okay, so what I want you to do is, or you can even give for free, like be generous with it. But one way I was able to build my charisma and build my happiness is literally, first of all, being comfortable. Second of all, giving, because when I give, I feel good, right? If I give and don't expect anything in return, I actually get something in return because I am more happy. I'm more rational. When I'm more rational, I can think more long term. I'm not gonna be eating that junk or like shitty food that's gonna make me feel like shit afterwards, right? So the best thing you can do is like be really happy and give first. Okay, you're gonna receive second, and the receiving second is being happiness. And when you're happy, you're gonna be more rational and you're gonna be able to make more money. I was able to do it with selling canning and stuff like that, right? You can give stuff that is free too. It's very simple. You can even give a compliment that's literally free. By giving a compliment, like if I gave somebody, like you see a jacket right now, you see how like it's glittery and stuff, like hashtag I just bought it, it was like 130 or something, only 130. But basically if I gave somebody a compliment who had like a less jacket than I am, they're gonna feel more of a Chad, and they're like insecure, right? They're gonna be a little bit insecure about their jacket. But if I give them a compliment on that insecurity, they're basically gonna feel like a Chad. And if I make them feel like a Chad, they're gonna look up to me and they're gonna want to have me around, or someone I look up to, right? I'm basically gonna be the charismatic leader. I'm also gonna feel like a Chad myself because I'm making people feel good, right? I make other people feel good and they're gonna follow me around and like, see me as someone they look up to, they respect, right? And you want to be that person. You want to be that person that they respect, they love, and they cherish. Yet they are like, there's still going to be like some tension, right? You still need a little bit of tension because you can't really have influence without like some sort of like negativity into it. Obviously, like being charismatic does not mean like you can still be charismatic and still be angry and aggressive and stuff like that. But if you are trying to build charisma as fast as possible, be happy, literally fake it till you make it, literally smile. And if you smile and like you repeat to yourself, I'm confident, I'm confident, I'm confident, you will generally be more confident because your mind is just whatever you tell yourself more, over and over again, right? Have a visualization. There's another thing later where you can use visualizations to actually build more charisma by doing so. Okay, I'm gonna go to that later though. The third thing that you can do to build your charisma is actually wear something that you're confident in, right? So let's say if I wore something that like I thought I didn't look good in, obviously I'm gonna be less likely to go talk to people because I'm gonna be less confident in myself. Wear something that, try and mix confidence with or comfortability with something that you're confident, right? Look at me, look how I'm dressed right now. You see how like I got the jacket, I ain't got no shirt on because whatever, I had the chain and I got the chains and stuff like that. Like I'm glitter, I'm literally whatever. I even got the sunglasses on. It's because I'm insecure, but this makes me confident. This stuff brings my confident side out of me because if I look good, I'm gonna feel good, and when I feel good, I'm gonna be very charismatic. I'm gonna be more happy. I'm gonna be more giving. I'm just gonna be making way better decisions. So if you can make comfortability, like relaxing and stuff like that, being comfortable and being confident at the same time, you just 20x your freaking charisma right then and there. You're gonna be more talkative to the people that you just met, right? Like you're gonna be able to, you're not gonna be really in your head, you're gonna be like really Chad confident guy. Have you ever had like a really good hair day and afterwards like you just notice everybody's just like waving at you, everybody's talking to you because like you project um like a really good positive body language when you feel good. It's very important that you literally tell yourself overnight, like get comfortable and wear something that you're gonna be confident in, right? Don't Like, do it for yourself. Like, you can also sacrifice a little bit of comfortability to wear something that is gonna make you more confident, right? I still wear my jacket even though it's hot as hell outside. I just do it because I look good. It makes me feel good, right? So keep that in mind when you're actually choosing or like trying to build charisma. Like, say you're about to go to a party or anything like that. Literally, just relax, put on something comfortable and something you're confident in at the same time. If you have some insecurities, try and block them up, right? I used to be very insecure about my acne. Now I'm not that insecure, but I used to be really insecure when it came to talking on camera. I wasn't really that charismatic when it came to talking on camera because I was like, this is not a real person, and stuff like that. It's very hard to project or like translate the difference between a real person and a camera. But the difference is now is like I'm not as insecure about it, right? If I was like insecure about my face or like if I had like face fat or something, I would literally just put these on, and it just like covers it, like filters out all my um insecurities and stuff like that. Literally try and hide your insecurities. If you feel more confident, if you have glasses on and you don't look at your face, then go for it. Okay, it's not there's no right or wrong way to feel confident or feel insecure, right? As long as your ego's not getting in the way, just make yourself as comfortable and confident as possible. A fourth thing to build your charisma. This is very powerful. Visualizations. Okay, visualizing a time where you were okay. I want you to imagine something right now. Okay, I want you to visualize a time where you were very sad, right? What is going on with your body? Like, put yourself back in the position where you were very sad, like a time where you wanted to cry but you couldn't cry, or like you were crying and you like held yourself back or something like that. What do you feel right now? You probably feel like a little bit of tension in your chest, in your back, or even your stomach, right? You're probably not breathing as much as you were beforehand. But that is basically what manifesting is, right? The best way to manifest is literally holding what you want in your mind as much as possible. Okay, by holding what you want in your mind as much as possible, you can manifest and make it happen. Like, it's literally instant, right there. If I wanted to imagine that I'm rich right now with like $1 million, visualize it from the first POV. It might be hard at first because like it takes some time to train your mind, because like our minds are automatic and like we don't really have much control until we actually like put focus into it. That's why I recommend meditating, because you bring your focus back to the present moment. You keep on bringing it back. This can also build up your charisma because you're bringing your presence up. You're going to be more happy. You're not going to be in your head, right? You're not going to be overthinking about every little thing. You're going to feel way more comfortable because you're going to be way more relaxed, because your breath is going to help you relax and like bring your parasympathetic, I forgot what the word was called, but basically rest and digest, right? It's kind of like bro science. Rest and digest, okay? Or I guess that's just psychology or whatever, but or anatomy. But you know what I mean, right? It's gonna make you rest and digest. So the best way to rest and digest is to expect the best. Visualizing yourself. You can either visualize a time where you really felt really confident, right? For me, what I do is like when I am very anxious or like nervous for something, I expect the best. Okay, you should expect the best in all cases of life, because after you realize that like your mind is kind of like BS, it takes a little bit, but if you start to expect the best, you start to realize how much more fulfilling your life is going to be than if you expected the worst, right? If you expect the worst, you're going to be anxious, you're going to be scared, you're going to be more hesitant, and like not really trust yourself when it comes to doing certain things, right? Like for me, I used to be very anxious when it came to talking to girls. My dad wasn't really much in my life, so when it came to talking to girls, all I would do was just avoid them. I didn't know how to talk to them in person, especially when it came with like my friends around. But now, like, I'm not really in my head about it. Like, I don't overthink it. Literally, you might even have to just dumb it down, but the whole point is to not think about it. Literally forget about it, right? Expect the best and you will get the best, okay? In all scenarios. Even if people are being rude to you, literally just be like, oh, that's all they know. It's not affecting you. Don't let them their anger or anything like that have an effect on you, because you are your own being. You are full. You're not full. You are whole. You have everything you need right now, because our mind can produce anything. If we are hungry, we can literally turn out hunger. We can tune out all the noise around us. It's crazy. Our brain can hyper focus on one thing. It literally helped us hunt so much back then, okay? So the best thing you could probably do for your charisma is expect the best, right? It's gonna make you more happy, and when you're more happy, you're gonna be more comfortable. When you're more comfortable, you know, you're gonna be more out of your head, and you can understand and be present with the other person. You're gonna have some warmth. You're gonna care about the other person and be grateful for them, right? Another thing you can do to build your charisma is to gratitude journal. Okay, gratitude journal is very important. Okay, not a lot of people gratitude journal, because if you think about it, what does gratitude journaling basically do? Well, if you sit down and write 10 things a day that you're grateful for, you're basically just building up the skill of gratitude. Okay, that's why is that important? Well, because I don't know how many people, I feel like a lot of people nowadays take a lot of things for granted, right? But when you have gratitude in your life, you can be grateful for something. It actually makes you more happy. And when you genuinely, like, I feel like a lot of people don't say like I'm grateful for you anymore. I literally give out compliments, and I'm like, I'm grateful you came here today. I'm grateful we got to hang out. I'm grateful I got to see you. Like, and I would be telling this to girls. I'd be telling this to my friends and stuff. And it makes them feel better. It makes them feel loved. It makes them feel seen, understood, and it brings warmth. That is another characteristic trait of a charisma leader, or a, person right there. If you are trying to make money with like business, and trying to make a sale in person or online or anything like that, try and understand your client, right? If you understand them and you're not really thinking about yourself, right? If you're thinking about like, oh, I need the money, and you're not thinking about the client, then you're not going to provide that much value, and you're going to get less money from it. If you were genuine and like authentic with what you are doing, right? Like, I want to help y'all. That's why I'm giving y'all free information that is literally going to help you. Like, it's going to help you within days, not even months. Like, it took me like months to figure this out. Like, it took me to go out, to go play, go test this in the real world, so I can give y'all the information to try it out for yourselves, and like give y'all like a little bit of shortcuts than it would have took for y'all to try it on your own, right? Or learn through experience. Like, maybe most of the people nowadays don't even know how to build charisma, or like understand that you can build it. Like, when I was younger, I literally didn't understand. Like, I thought you were either born with charisma or you're not. Like, it's either like you were like a godlike being or you're not. Like, it's one or the other. But you can actually build this you can actually build it in yourself, like today and like right now, which is crazy, which I am very grateful for, and I do love it, right? Another thing is if you are feeling any tension or like discomfort in your body, or like any negativity, right? Do not associate yourself with negativity. If you are anxious or anything like that, you are not alone. Understand that you are not alone when it comes to being anxious or any of the sorts like that, right? The next time you feel anxious, look at it as like graffiti, right? If like in public, you see graffiti on the walls and stuff like that, just like look at it as graffiti. Like, it's just like, oh, it's a negative emotion right now. It's a negative feeling. Like, sit with it and observe it, right? If you just observe it and sit with it, you're gonna heal yourself, obviously, but you're also gonna understand that it's just a thought at the end of the day. It's just chemicals going straight through your brain. So if you struggle with anxiety, or like, getting really into your head and stuff like that, you're not alone. Think about it this way: if you are having an anxious thought right now, expand, like zoom out, literally just zoom out. I want you to zoom out, get out of your head and go all the way out into space, all the way out to the galaxy. What the hell, we got space, we got all these people all over the world feeling the same anxiety right now. We are all humans, we are all connected with one another, we all live on the same planet of Earth. Okay, understand that you're never alone when it comes to feeling angry, feeling sad, or any of that sorts, right? Because I feel like if we feel alone, we're going to be more of a victim, and then we're going to be less charismatic, and like more like our mental health is going to go down, right? Especially if you're like a loner, and like you put yourself in a situation like where you're alone all the time, your mental health is probably going to go down, because we are social creatures, right? But if you can connect with people even when you like physically are alone, but like you can still connect with people all over the world by just using your imagination, like visualizing, like it's zooming out all the way to the galaxy, you can just see that you're just a small speck in this really big thing called life, right? Or Earth, or whatever, like the galaxy, like stuff like that. But you could also zoom all the way in. If you zoom into your brain, what is going on? It's literally just electrodes like going through your brain, electricity, information going through your brain, one over and over again. And that's what's crazy. This that's what's manifesting this anxiousness, right? You're just having an anxious thought right now. It's graffiti on the wall, but it soon will pass. Just sit with it and you will get through it. And the more you get through it, the more charismatic you'll be, because you're healing a part of yourself that has been suppressed for many years. Why is it suppressed? Because we are told by society over and over again, don't cry, don't be angry, don't do this, don't do that. And what it does is, like, all of our trauma is like manifested in like tightness. It's manifested as tightness in our body. We are more tight than we actually think, right? The fastest way I was able to be more charismatic and be out of my head was actually meditating and be able to like bring myself back to the present moment and observe things of how it actually is. My ego got in the way of so many things, especially when it came to being charismatic, because I thought you can't learn how to be charismatic. I That's a limiting belief right there. But it's actually a lie. So every limiting belief that you have, anytime you say you can't do something, literally put action into something that is going to prove that you can, right? I remember one time I was literally running at over Lake Overholster. Like, it's like a really big lake around whatever. This is actually when I had like my ego death and stuff. Like, nothing was stopping me. I was expecting the best. This is when I was like the most charismatic. I was making the most money from my candy sales. Like I said earlier, I literally got a money wall. But like, I was able to talk to people, okay? The best way to actually, oh wait, another way to do it. But yeah, I so basically what was happening was, like, there's this part where you can run, it's like grass, and then there's pavement, and there's like a little lake. So I was running on this grass part because like I was running on for like my long run or whatever. And then when I was coming back, I saw people on the other side, on the pavement side, and I was like, I questioned myself. I was like, how can I make these people's day better? But then I told myself I can't yell that far. Like, they're not gonna hear me. Like, what? Like, that's just embarrassing. And then literally I did it. Like, I literally yelled and I waved at somebody. I said, "You have a great night." And then they waved back at me. They heard me. And I was like, what the fuck? My mind was blown. That limiting belief just shattered my whole reality. Everything thought I knew was BS. And then, like, yeah, like, everything that we think we know is just BS. We have to literally go out and experience for ourselves. If we tell ourselves we can't, we literally can't. Our mind is that powerful, okay? If we think we can, and we will get that done. It's all about what is going on in here, okay? Anything else in this world can affect us. Like, we give so much power to so many people because we are told to not do this, to not do this, or like whatever. And we react to every little thing. Okay, the only way you're gonna gain control and gain power is literally by stop reacting and observing things for how it is. That's why meditating is very important, because you come back to the present moment, and when you're back in the present moment, you can see things for how they are. You're not in your head thinking about every little thing, right? I used to think about every little thing every when it came to actions. I didn't really trust myself, and since I didn't trust myself, it was very hard for me to take action in doing stuff. Like, I would hesitate a lot. Literally, trusting thyself is very important too. I'm gonna make a YouTube video right after this. By trusting yourself, you're gonna make 20 times more progress, take more action, and see results within weeks, months, or anything, right? Another tip I can give for being more charismatic is, like I say, giving generously, right? So I remember one day I went to go buy some donuts. I literally bought some donuts, and by buying some, I bought like 24 donuts. I think it was like $30, $25 or something. But I went to Target to give them out for free, right? I was just giving a shit ton of donuts and all that good stuff. So when I was giving out the donuts, a lot of people said no, especially at first, right? But a lot of people said yes. I was able to give out the donuts for free because, like, a lot of people grow up with the belief that stranger danger and stuff like that. Like, obviously, like, society is like, a lot of us are driven by fear. Like, we got bosses, like, we're basically like a slave to them, because like we are driven by fear. We are scared of being fired or anything like that. But like, now, like, I'm not really that scared. Like, if you're scared of your boss, at the end of the day, they're just human, right? they're they're human. They bleed, they make mistakes, all that good stuff. So don't overthink about any mistakes or anything like that. But basically what this does is like just buy a bulk of candy or something that you can get for free, right? I literally give out $1 bills, you know, it's just to random people just because why not? Just like here, just take it. You know, it's for you, it's not for me, and whatever. Like you just give without asking for anything in return. By doing so, you're gonna be more happy, more rational. You're gonna make more money, make better decisions, have better relationships. You're gonna attract the people you generally want to attract because you attract who you are. That is also manifesting. But manifesting is real, and using your visualization is very crucial. Another way to visualize like to build more charisma is literally just visualize a time where you felt the best. Okay, for me, one time I was running the 400. I was very anxious to run the 400. It was like district. I was JV. It's not varsity, calm down. But like I was running and I was in the 4x4. Okay, the 4x4, I was like the last leg. So my team is like in second place right now. We're running, they're in second place, and then I finally get the baton, and there's this guy, he's in front of me, and all I was saying in my head is like, I can beat him, I can beat him, I can beat him over and over again. Okay, that's very crucial because I manifested like winning and stuff because like I freaking just stared at him. I was like, I like wanted to kill him how badly. Like I was like had all my focus on him. People were yelling at me, all this stuff, and they didn't believe in me, right? They didn't believe in me, but I had all that focus and all that intention on him that I literally was like, I can beat him, I can beat him, and I had all that extra energy to beat him at the end. And then everybody was hyping me up. Everybody saw me made that comeback because they didn't think we were gonna make it because I failed multiple times in the past, but then I finally succeeded when it mattered the most. And that is so fulfilling and so inspirational, right? Like you can tell by my body language, like just from me thinking about it alone, like I got a little bit of more energy, right? You basically if the energy you give out comes back multiplied. It's crazy. If you give out like good positive energy, that karma is going to come back to you because you're going to manifest it in other people. People are really obsessive, like what's it called, like they they are really prone to your influence if you are really happy or like very sad, very angry. It just depends, right? If they're a very reactive person, if you give them like anger, right, they're gonna give it back to you, right? If you give them anger, they're gonna give it back to you tenfold. So might as well give them, be a good person and be happy. And when you're gonna be very charismatic. You can talk to anybody, and the thing is you're gonna have less thoughts. And when you have less thoughts, you're gonna be less insecure. That's where confidence comes in, right? You're gonna be more confident, and when you're more confident, you're gonna be like a fucking Chad and be able to talk to anybody and give compliments for free. Literally, I just give compliments whenever I see something. It like we overthink so much that like we need to dumb it down a bit. Like we are too smart for our own good. Our ego gets on our way because I remember when I was trying to cold approach girls back then, it was very hard for me to cold approach because I would just be in my head. I would be very insecure. But the thing about insecurities is because it's just projected onto us. Another tip to build charisma is literally empathetic for other people. Understand, look at instead of being narcissistic, use that self-love and put your focus onto the other person and try to understand them. Understand why they act this way. Understand why they do this. And what this does is you're going to be more rational and less reactive, right? You don't take things as personally. And when you stop taking things as personally, you see how it is. And then you can see that all these people are insecure themselves, right? So you generally become the person who can build people up. You want to build people up. You don't want to break people down because if you break people down, you're just insecure. You just judge people, right? So be a way to be more charismatic is just be more happy, be more comfortable, be more confident, wear something that's going to build you, make you more confident, and try and understand people. Put yourself in other people's shoes. See how it is from them. Okay. Try to understand their feelings. Be like the therapist, right? If you are the therapist and they talk to you and they like are like getting all this trauma out from you, right? You are listening, you are being present with them. You're not interrupting them every 5 minutes, or you're not thinking of anything that's like, oh, what should I say next? No, you're literally just in the present moment with them. And when you're in the present moment with them, they can tell, they feel seen, they feel heard. Everybody wants to feel like a somebody. I made a shit ton of money from doing so, right? Anybody who had a bad day with me, If they had a bad day, I was like, you know what, fuck it. Like it might as like it's gonna make their day better if I just give them something for free. If I gave them some money for free. If I gave them like some candy. If they're having a shitty day and I can somehow make it better because they need someone to build them up, right? That's a time when they need hope. They're at their lowest point, and I come in and I'm like very charismatic and I give them something and I don't respect anything in return. I don't ask for anything in return. It's gonna make me feel good and it's gonna help me help other people and it's gonna make me more money in the future, right? Does that make sense? It's like a loop, right? You do something good and it's gonna come back to you tenfold. Okay, it's karma is real, manifesting is real. I trust me, everything, right? Manifesting is just basically like if you want to manifest an emotion right now, think of a happy moment, right? If you think of a happy moment, you're gonna be happy right now. Like think of it in the first person POV. If I want to get rich and like make money, literally I visualize myself with cash in my hands. We conscious Oh wait, I was actually gonna make a video about that. Conscious manifesting is very important. Like it's real. Like we need to consciously manifest what the life that we want and not just like have whatever, right? Let me see. Is there anything else? Okay. Oh yeah. Put action into it. Don't overthink every little thing, okay? One thing to be more sociable, more charismatic is to dumb it down a bit. We put too much thought when it comes to talking to people, any of the sorts like that, right? We are just scared of the unknown. The more comfortable you can get with the unknown, the more effective you're gonna be with everything, right? You're gonna trust yourself more. You're gonna manifest a better life because you have faith on what's coming your way, right? You have faith that God is going to provide the money that you are expecting or you're manifesting, right? You have to trust yourself and put action into it and like don't put that much thought into it, okay? It's okay to go the wrong direction. You just have to turn around, okay? It's better than just staying complacent, right? You can just sit here and not do anything and like just think about it, but we generally need to keep on moving. As a kid, we we are actually more like we go out, we are more charismatic and more outgoing than we are now because we grew up with all these limiting beliefs. Everybody projects their limiting beliefs onto us as a very young, and then we have to deal with them, right? See it like through like what's it, generational trauma. Like I literally thought about it the other day. I was literally healing like trauma from my legs and like my body. Like I was relaxing my body, and by doing so, it literally like all these images were flashing in my head. I'm actually gonna make a video about it like later this night because it was that important. But all these freaking images flashed through my head of like when I was younger, and I was like, holy fuck, like why am I thinking of all this stuff? Like it just kept on flashing. It was like random stuff too, and I was like relaxing more and more, and it was crazy. And I was like, damn, I had all this trauma stored up, manifested as tightness in my legs, my body, like my entire body was tight. Anytime I move, no wonder everybody is like in their head a lot because every time they move, like it hurts. It hurts to move. Like you're just so tight. You're just like relax, literally just breathe, focus on your breath and relax your body and you will see 10 times fold. You will be more outgoing, you're gonna expand your body more, you're gonna be more open to what is actually going on. We have so much brain fog but we actually don't know it. It's crazy. Like if you get that mental clarity for that first time, you never want to go back. That's like the 10 out of 10 feeling. That's why you hit flow state and that's why it's so beautiful when it comes to working hard and like having your attention span, right? Like reading a book, it feels really like it's hard at first, but then you hit flow and then like your attention span, whatever. And then afterwards, you get that like little high afterwards, right? Like it's crazy. Like even after I read a book, like I hit flow, I have like a little buzz or like my freaking face feels tingly. It's weird, but like I feel amazing. I feel relaxed. I feel chill. And you actually breathe a lot deeper when you're reading books. So it's better to read books than like watch social media and stuff like that. But if it's educational content like this and it's like not editing, not switching from whatever left to right, it's just one topic and I'm just talking about it, that's very beneficial because like you're learning first of all and you're also increasing your attention span, but also make progress in something. That's how you can build charisma, because you build confidence, right? If you make progress, what is confidence? The It's basically the ability, like we are certain that we are able to do something, right? If I wanted to build confidence with talking to girls, literally just go put yourself out there in situations where you like in the unknown, right? Like I used to have the limiting belief that I couldn't talk to people or like make that many sales. But if I put myself in situations that I can and like I'm scared, right? You kind of got to chase your fears. But if you go towards the actions, like doing the things that other people aren't willing to do, then you will see the benefits of doing those things, right? Chase your fears. Chase your fears. And by chasing your fears and getting past them, you will, first of all, heal some past trauma and like heal the limiting beliefs. Like, you just have an ego death right then and there because, like, holy shit, like my mind just said I can't. And then, like, I literally just proved to myself that I can. Oh, that just contradicts one another. Just everything is just blank. You're just like, oh shit, like my mind is just BS. Like my thoughts are BS. I'm like automatic and all that shit. Literally put yourself in situations where you are uncomfortable and then get comfortable in being the uncomfortable, and then you'll have make 20x progress. Live beyond the edge and the you will see and reap the benefits of everything to come. Okay? Let me think of anything else. Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's basically what it is, okay? If y'all need any more help or any more guidance, I can help you. Literally, write down or like comment down below if y'all need any help or anything like that. Like building charisma is very simple, very effective, but you have to put the action in, right? Trust thyself. Literally trust yourself. I'm gonna make a YouTube video right after this one about trusting yourself because it is very important to trust yourself. Because if you don't trust yourself, you're gonna hesitate and you're gonna hold yourself back, and you're not gonna make that much progress. You're not gonna live beyond your edge, and you're not gonna be confident, charismatic, or anything. You're not gonna live the life or anything like that that you want. Okay. If this video helped you, like and subscribe, share. Go follow my Instagram. It's just ZachNTorres. I post content on there. It's kind of like short form content. It's just like whatever I want to talk about that day, right? And then I also have a TikTok where I post it kind of like the same, but it's like unique content on both. If y'all are interested in that, check it out. Um, I have them in the link in the description. It's basically just ZachNTorres though, all one, no space or whatever. I'm also working on the art of seduction. Basically, it's just gonna be courses where I um tell you and help you how to be more seductive when it comes and like be more influential when it comes to people, right? All the way from the start, choosing the right people, to all the way at the end if you want to start over again, right? I even have like in the middle of it, there's like a part where you can use letters to be more seductive to create confusion and a paradox, so they're going to think about you more. The whole point of seduction is to have other people think about you when you're not around. So if you really need help with that, if you need it to help influence people, build a business, create be a creator, influence, advertising, or any of the sorts like that, just wait, give me a week. I got y'all, and yeah, you'll just reap the benefits from it. Okay. Anyways, I love y'all. Y'all have an amazing night, day, or whenever you're watching this. Okay. Bye.